Hey guys, welcome to Manifesting Better. I'm back with another video and another topic that needs to be addressed. I also have an Instagram account, the link for that is in the description box below. Coaching is also available, the link for that too is in the description box below. So I am back again with another success story today, and this success story is going to be very interesting. So this client actually has a session with me because after she got the success, there were still some things that came up to the surface, which I will discuss in this video. So she booked she booked a longer, I think a month or a 3 month, I don't exactly remember, but yeah, she booked a longer session, and by the time this video will come out, the session will already have been done because I'm pre-recording. Okay, so I will explain everything to you. Hope you guys are well and everything is going okay. I will explain everything to you guys. First, I will explain to you this success story, the marriage success story, and I will explain to you all that has happened. First, I will tell you the situation that she was in, and this is going to be different than the usual success stories that I get and I post, because here there were some different things that were involved that needed to be taken care of, and that I think a lot of you will actually get a lot of benefit from it, because it includes a lot of things that I as a coach have seen a lot of people go through. So let's understand this girl's story first, and then we will understand how she got into this place where she manifested this and how things got better. So this girl was involved with a person for a long period of time. She was involved with him for 6 years, and eventually they ended up breaking up, and this was a person that she had lost feelings for, and even after the breakup she did not have any feelings for him anymore, but they were still talking, and both of them were not coming from a good place while they were talking, because there was a lot of attachment, but they had lost feelings. And after a long time, what started happening is that they moved on from each other, but they still were in touch. And what happened is that this girl started liking someone else. And now I will explain to you something about how our mind works. Now, it's not always going to be the case, but a lot of times it is. A lot of times when we have been hurt in the past because of relationships, what happens is that we consciously choose relationships which are not fully available. This is because of two reasons, and I will explain these two reasons later. And so this girl chose this guy, and she wanted to get involved with this guy who was already with someone else, but their relationship was also ending. So that guy did not first tell her that he's involved with another person, and they got involved, things started, and he told her that there is this girl that he's trying to break up from, and it was a long situation where they fell in love and everything. So this is when we first met. This girl has been taking sessions from me on and off for a long time now. I think for a year, around a year now, where we have been working together, and we have been working on a few things. So when we actually got into it, there were a few issues that were there. First, even when that guy was involved with that other person, she was involved with him. So because of that, it was creating a lot of unhealthy dynamics between these two, which was not going in a good direction. She did not have good boundaries. She was someone who used to have a lot of negative spirals, which means that her emotional regulation was not good at all. So she kept emotionally reacting again and again, getting into situations which are not helpful. And she used to react because of the third party a lot of times. Another thing that kept happening is that this guy kept giving her breadcrumbs, and how it used to go is that he used to text her, then for a few days there used to be radio silence, then he used to text her again, just basically enough to keep, he kept texting her, but they were mere breadcrumbs, and she used to celebrate those, which means she started saying that, oh, at least he texts me, which means that always downplaying herself, never going for the full thing that she wants because she was afraid. Now let's understand what were the issues with her and why she got into this situation in the first place. Like I mentioned that at the start of the video, that I will explain these two things. So our brain is a defense mechanism. What that means is that your brain has a job to protect you. If you get into relationships that don't work out for you, your brain establishes a few things. Now, this doesn't really happen with every relationship, but when there are toxic relationships, long-term relationships which don't work out because of a lack of love, and you just keep staying because of attachment, and majorly childhood issues, what you start doing is you start developing patterns. Your brain starts developing patterns. And in her case, the pattern that was developed was that, one, relationships are not safe to be in, because when you get into relationships, they get boring and people leave each other. Hence, she kept manifesting a person who was not fully available because she was not feeling safe with the idea of him being fully available. And it was also reflective in her choices. The second thing that was there was, and it's a two-part answer, was that she did not feel safe as being someone's girlfriend, because when she was involved with the relationship with this guy, with the old ex, she started becoming very complacent with herself. She started becoming someone she did not respect. And because of that, her mind had connected her being a girlfriend to her being clingy, her being needy, her being complacent. And because of that, her mind was not ready to allow her to be a girlfriend. The third thing that was there is because that old relationship had ended and she was involved with someone who she felt was not choosing her, she kept feeling that I am not good enough, and her self-worth had gotten connected to that person. Now, when we first started working together, of course, we started working a lot on her self-concept. We first started working a lot on her feeling of feeling chosen. Now, that feeling and how feelings work, I have a video about it already where I have discussed this. The last video that I posted, the paradox of manifestation, a lot of people actually liked it. So I will link it down below. You can check it out. And I will be making further videos on that topic to explain that again. But one thing that we actually did was include activities in her life, financial, spiritual, physical, a lot of activities which actually made her feel chosen, which was that she needed to feel chosen, because she was only feeling chosen when this person was involved. And because of that, there was a lot of desperation involved, and there was a lot of need involved, a lot of pedestalization involved of that person. Second, we worked a lot on understanding what a healthy relationship looks like in the first place, because the last relationship she was involved in was not healthy. This one did not fit the bill. So because of that, she actually did not know what a healthy relationship looked like. And she kept chasing drama because that's what she thought a relationship is. The third thing that we worked on is a common theme with manifestation. Like I get these messages sometimes and people say that, oh, you post these stories where every one of your clients worked on their boundaries. Yes, because boundaries are important, so they have to work on them. People who are usually stuck in specific person situations have a boundary issue. So it is going to be common in specific person situations that you will need to work on boundaries. So that is what we did. We worked on boundaries. So this is where things started getting very interesting. Now the ex that she broke up with first started showing up in a very big manner towards her, where he started giving her everything, and he just started coming to her, giving her love, wanting her back, things like that, because of course she was working on her self-concept. And you see how it's very funny that because she was not obsessed with the idea of the ex, that started coming in faster, other than the specific person where there was a lot of attachment need involved. Then what started changing is that the specific person started showing up more, but it was still not the full thing. He was still not coming in fully. He was still not giving her the full love, the full attention, and the things that she wanted. And that is where she fell into this trap of accepting a bigger breadcrumb. Now, of course, there are going to be some people who are going to be in very different situations. So for them, accepting the movement that comes in that is slightly more than the last one is going to be good. And of course, in a generalized video, it's not possible for me to actually advise on that, because that differs from person to person. I have a video where I talk about if you should stay in contact with your person or not. I will link it down below where you might get some idea about it. But it's again very generalized. The topic is very generalized. So it's going to be difficult for me to advise on that without knowing your situation. But for someone like her, it was just because of fear, because she felt that, oh, earlier I used to get -10, so now I get -8. -8 is great because it's better than -10. But she lost the track that the least basic human decency that she deserves is still 0. And what she's still getting is -8, which is not the full thing that she wanted. And all in all, she worked a lot on herself. I will give her a lot of credit because she did work a lot on herself. And eventually what started happening is that the movement started getting more and more and more, till the point it eventually reached to a place where the SP started coming in daily, regularly, till eventually he said that I'm going to marry you. And she said that, okay, if you're going to marry me, I need action on that. I need you to do it. Like, I'm not just going to come to you because you said this. You need to give the full commitment, and your actions need to match your words. When she told me that she is not going to accept that, I loved that part, that okay, that's good that you're not accepting the lesser treatment, you're not accepting the lesser movement. That was amazing on her part. Now, why did she come to me again for a session, and what were the issues that came up? And this is a very common theme for people manifesting a specific person, so let's address that. She came to me because even after receiving the movement, her body was still not accepting the idea that she can trust this person fully again. Even though this person has been very consistent with his actions, she was afraid that this person is not going to follow through. She was afraid that he's just going to leave her again, and there were trust issues involved. And that is what we are going to be majorly working on. And of course, that is a separate topic, a separate video. I will work on that. But it's very important to understand that that is why I keep promoting self-work. So even once you receive your movement, even once you receive your results, that does not mean that it instantly stays or that you are fully going to make it last. Because a lot of times once you receive movement, your body is not ready for that fully, and that is why it sometimes resists the idea of the movement because it doesn't feel safe receiving it. And that is what we are going to be working on moving forward. And yeah, that's what our goal would be. And I would really tell you guys that, listen, I know that a lot of success stories that I post have common themes, but it's because those things work. And if you are someone in that kind of a situation, please apply these things. Get into this situation, post your success stories too, get good manifestations, because you guys deserve it. But you have to be the one who has to allow yourself to get it. Not anyone else for you can do that, because it's going to be your life and it's your journey. I will see you guys in the next video. Click the like button if you liked the video. Subscribe and turn the notifications on for more such content. Comment down your video suggestions, and I will see you guys in the next one.